Mamelodi Sundowns ran riot against Zamalek in their first leg encounter of the CAF Champions League in South Africa, beating the North African Giants 3-0. Egyptian football fans united to support their representatives, the White Knights, in their first game of the CAF Champions League final. However, the defeat was harsh and many were left disappointed. The second leg will be held next week in Egypt, but going home with a 3-0 deficit will be a tall order for Zamalek. Some fans are optimistic, though, that things will be better in the return leg.
It's definitely the coach's mistake. 80% is his responsibility, so he's the main person to blame. But since he took charge of the team, he's been playing with the same formation, 3 midfielders and 2 fullbacks. Today, 3 were backing Basim Morsi. Shekabala was not there. I promise you, if they had a little enthusiasm, they could have won. Sundowns were not a tough team.
Zamalek was terrible today. We hope that they would make it up here and win for the club as well as for the sake of Egypt. Our support will still stand by the team, and God willing, we will win.
Mamelodi Sundowns are on the verge of continental club glory. The South African domestic champions are aiming to go one better than in 2001 when they lost to Al Ahly over 2 legs. Former defender Matthew Booth played in the final and believes that Sundowns have the right man in charge in Pitso Mosemane to lead them to future continental titles.
He's maintained a certain amount of consistency with their squad, where in the past Patrice Motsepe has brought in players without really thinking, without really having a policy or a plan or a vision. And I think Pitso has brought a calm to that effect. He's done some very good business with Zachary, also Vilakazi.
The man who made 152 appearances for the Kleurkop club says the Champions League is an extremely difficult competition to compete in, let alone win, especially considering how fanatical the supporters are from the big clubs in the tournament.
I was watching a clip with regards to the ultras of Zamalek giving their team a send-off at Cairo, and that's the kind of attitude and enthusiasm and fervence that our fans have been missing when it comes to continental football.
Booth, who donned the famous Bafana jersey on 28 occasions, feels that the Brazilians have the talent and the correct approach to the continental competition to continue being a force to be reckoned with. But the 39-year-old maintains Mosemane must be allowed to control things to ensure this happens.
As long as he continues to get the backing from the president, as long as he remains the boss, and he doesn't get swayed by anyone else in the team, which has been the problem in the past, I think the future will be bright.
Should Mosemane win the CAF Champions League title, it will be a massive achievement and one that will make his already impressive CV even more desirable for future suitors. But as Matthew Booth describes, getting past a giant like Zamalek in the second leg in Egypt will not be easy. And should it happen, the former Bafana coach will deserve every accolade, as well as making history by becoming the first South African coach to win the coveted Continental Prize. CS Du Plessis, CCTV, Johannesburg.